Could you just introduce yourself and your past football experiences?
Okay, so I'm Diego Reineck. I'm 22 years old. I come from Belgium. I've played professionally 3 years of football when I was at Lancaster University for 3 years. And now I'm doing a master here at HKU, and I joined the postgraduate football team.
Could you tell me your position on the field, and do you think you are qualified enough for the position?
So my current position is attacking midfield, and yes, I do think I'm qualified for that position, as I can have a good impact on the game. And also I enjoy playing with my teammates around me, such as Seyang or Justin as well.
So why do you decide to join our team?
I chose to join it because I'm postgraduate now, so I thought it was going to be like the most relevant place for me to go, and I do not regret it at all. I really enjoy playing with the postgraduate team, and I think compared to our first game, we've improved a lot with like our most recent game where we won.
Have like a favorite memory for like the
Favorite
team so
memory?
far?
I have like I would say like on a personal level, finally scoring a goal, because usually that's what I do, and I was a bit frustrated not scoring in my first games. I think like the best memory is our first win, because you can see like the smile on like everyone's face, because we know what we're capable of, and when you finally achieve it, you're like, oh yeah, now it's going to be fine. Now like we can play well together, and everything seems to like fit. Like everyone knows what they have to do and how they have to play, and just seeing like different guys scoring, it's like a joy to celebrate with them. So that's like maybe my best memory at the moment, but I'm sure there's going to be others in the coming future.
What do you think our team?
What I think like our team, compared to when I joined, it has improved a lot. When I joined, I would say not a lot of people knew each other, so I think like chemistry was like an issue. But from training to training and game after game, I think first of all the people became friends with each other, and we've become like more accustomed to like playing with each other. So I think like we have improved our defense, the way we pass the ball, our offense, and the improvement from I think like over just like 2 months is quite huge. From losing 5-1 to winning 5-1, I think that's like the biggest change, I would say. I think like our team can still improve as well.
So personally, do you have any like training targets for yourself, or like?
Yeah. I've thought about it. I want to practice my shooting mostly, because I feel like even though I've like the opportunities to shoot, and I take them, the outcome is not as I want it to be. So I want to like practice my shooting. I think that's for the new year. That's like my target. So I think like the rest is okay at the moment. Like obviously I can still like play better, but from what I really need to improve, I would say the shooting part bits.
So how do you find it like being part of the team and then doing your studies at the same time? Like,
it's quite a challenge, because when you like postgraduate studies, most of your classes are like in the evening. So for me, I've like often class at like 6:30. That's right, like when training is at. So I've had like at the beginning I've had like to cancel like a few trainings actually, because I was like it's the start of my master, I need to like adapt well. But then I was like, oh, I'm actually like catching up with like my studies, it's fine. I can skip my lectures now, you can just go to training, because for me it's like playing football is like maybe like the happiest moment of my week, because I can like really have fun, do sports, play with the guys, and the studies are also important. But I think I've managed to find a balance for work and for sports as well, which it wasn't easy at first, because I never had like lecture this late when I was like in Lancaster, and my training was like at different times as well. So like at first it was quite a bit difficult, I would say, aligning just going to training and being up to date with like my studies. But now it's fine.
What about your goals in the future?
My goals in the future, for the team?
Yeah.
For the team, I want to win, if it's possible, every game, because I can see that we are capable of that. So that's my goal in the future is to make the teammates around me better, to train hard as well. I think we are already doing that, so it's just keeping the good work, and also keep having fun. I think like that's for me, like that's the most important part. When you go on like a Sunday game, just have fun, you know, like don't bother too much, because when you're relaxed you play well. So that's like my objective for the football team. Also, if like later in the year, if it's possible, maybe have like some sort of like gathering where we can like all go like have a quick drink, little barbecue, something like that. That would be fun as well, I think.
So how are you training now that like there's no...
Oh, so when football stopped, I joined the gym, but then like the gym closed as well. So I was like, if I cannot like make myself like physically stronger, I can still do like some personal training. But so I've been just mostly like been going for runs twice a week, and going on like a couple of hikes just to like maintain the fitness. I haven't practiced a lot of football, but I should. But the things like the pitch are closed, so I need to find a space where I can just like practice basic skills. But I think like fitness is something that's like very important in this game. And maybe a few words of advice from my teammate, that's something we can all improve on. Just general fitness. But, yeah.
So what do you think of our management or our committee?
Oh, I think like the management is great. Like I think like even if it's just like a university team, the management is taking things very seriously and trying to make it as professional as possible. Something I was like quite impressed is like we keep track of the number of passes we have per game. So I was like, actually there's like now statistics being involved. So I was like, oh okay, now it's getting serious. But also I think just like how they try to be professional, you know, just like as Benson said, like hey, there's no need to insult anybody, just you know be civil. And also like in terms of training, I think like the training has changed a lot since Coach Benson arrived. The way we practice, we practice for a purpose. We don't just practice to just like run around after a ball. It's like we want to practice the passing, we want to practice the crossing, practicing corner kicks, for instance, how we can improve on that. So I think the management has thought a lot about what it has to do to make the team better, and just make also like feel everyone welcome to the team, because that's one thing I think like that's really great. Is like we don't really like care that much about your level of football. We just want you to have fun and improve. Okay. So I think that's like also a great mentality.
So maybe a personal question, and how and when you fall in love with football?
When I fell in love with football?
Yeah, and how?
I think because football is such a popular sport where I grew up in Belgium and in Europe in general. I think I was just like with my twin brother. We just like, I think we're like 5 years old, something like that. We just like watch TV and watch football, and then we're like, that's so cool. That player, or Ronaldinho. Like I also like remember Michael Ballack when he was like at Chelsea. That's something I remember very well. And I think it's just like my father putting me in front of the TV and like, oh look, that's football. And then when you're at school, everyone wants to play football. So that's when I really like start to enjoy it, because it always starts with just having fun. So for me, like as long as I have fun with it, I still love football. And now I look at it like a bit like with a different eye, not just like, oh it's fun and stuff. I'm like, how do they do these tactics, or how does that player make that move? But I still watch every game. So when the team I support, Bayern Munich, when they won the Champions League, I was at home with my brother, and even though like usually I would go to a bar, like coronavirus, so I couldn't go, I was just like shouting like, yeah, let's go, you know. So that's like a big highlight for my year as well. So that's how I fell in love with football, just watching the game and then starting to play with my friends at school. Yeah.
Okay, could you tell me your favorite players and your support team?
Okay, so I think like I've already like mentioned Bayern Munich. It's a team that I support. I started watching them when they won their first Champions League. I think like it was like 2013, yeah. So I was like, wow, because there's like a lot of players I like in that team, such as like Schweinsteiger or Neuer or Thomas Müller. These are like German players I really like, because I like German football team as well. And my favorite player, I think it's like a lot of people, is Cristiano Ronaldo. I think not just because he's like scoring incredible goals and just fantastic player. I think like for me it's like the work ethic as well. It's just like being serious with training. Even when you play at university, you know, you have to be like, it's training time. You have to be serious with it. If you want to like be one on the starting 11, you have to be like serious with training. So I think like the work ethic he has, being like very strict with himself, I think like that's something I picked up myself in terms of not just like playing football, but also for life in general. I think if you work hard, the rewards and the efforts will pay off. So I think that's what I really admire about him.
Okay. Or maybe the last question. So, what do you want to say to our team or to our teammates or
Well,
our community?
To our teammates and our team, well, I hope they're all doing fine with like exams, and obviously like it's not the best period in our lives, but I hope they find the time to relax and enjoy their life. I hope they also follow football, and I hope we can all soon play together again and have fun on the pitch. Yeah.
Okay, that's it.